Ready for a day Odyssey? Today it's Skyline Drive. First time in a while for us. But first, here's how we got here. And here's how we got there. Starting at the beginning, departing town. Nice bright Saturday morning. The temps today should get into the 80s. And now to begin our westbound trek. We'll be on I-70 as far as Frederick, where we'll pick up US 340. Up ahead, US 29 bears off. We're not going to use it now, but we will see that road later on. Oddly enough, the road is busier than usual for Saturday morning. And again ascending Pars Ridge, the high point between Baltimore and Frederick, after which you see some mountains. At least the trucks block the view. And then passing through the Frederick area once again. But apparently we've come into some traffic here as we approach our exit. Picking up US 340 as mentioned before. But much westbound traffic here. And sudden lane changes too. Welcome to Maryland. Everyone's heading west. I guess the west is the best. Not West Baltimore, that's for sure. Well, we're going west too on 340, but in Virginia it becomes the southbound route. You'll see. Technology Parkway. I love that name. It fits me. Anyway, officially on US 340. Ahead is Catoctin Mountain, which we're about to cross. As I said before, this highway takes a lower summit than do I-70 or US 40. Now we're over the summit. In the distance, South Mountain, as you've all seen before. Got a bit of a moody sky there. Not supposed to rain though until after 7 p.m. So we'll see. Been a while since the last Odyssey. That's why I want to do this one. Now around 12 noon. Departed Baltimore about 10:30. We've made some progress. And now we're curling around South Mountain, which should be to our right. And again, passing through Weaverton, which I told you about in a recent video. About Casper Weaver's factory having running water, much to the chagrin of the neighbors. And down here we make our Potomac crossing. Crossing over the Potomac River and the Scenic Canal, along with CSX and old Route 340. Also, Sandy Hook is down there someplace. I'm looking west towards Harper's Ferry. At the end of the bridge, Officially in Virginia. A little more traffic again, jeez. Lots of stuff happening this Saturday afternoon. And for those keeping track, we've come 80 miles so far. But up here entering West Virginia. Yep, and this route's across state lines several times. And up here, our crossing of the Shenandoah. Oh, Shenandoah. I forget the words though. As mentioned, 340 is considered a southbound route here in Virginia and West Virginia, but it's considered westbound in Maryland. Now approaching the Charlestown area. We're not going through Charlestown though, but rather we're bypassing Charlestown on this cool bypass that was built back in the late 90s. Built just for us. Now on the bypass. In fact, right here someplace, there is a cave once explored by George Washington and named after him, George Washington Cave. It was named after him because supposedly he put his autograph on the cave wall, and also supposedly the autograph is still there in the wall. But don't know where the cave is, so I can't go show you the autograph on the wall. Yep, but George W. was here, exploring a cave. The original George W., that is. Not the other one. Old Cave Road. Maybe that's where George W.'s cave is. I'll have to go look for it one day. And up here the bypass ends, and back on the original 2-lane road. I'm now passing through a place called Ripon. Yep, that's what it's called. And already about to depart it. And up around the bend here, we're back in Virginia. Somewhere, yeah, there we go. Welcome to Virginia. Again. This is one of the spots where they made the road 4 lanes by keeping the original 2 lanes for one direction and adding 2 other lanes for the other direction. A typical practice here in Virginia. And it occurred here. In Maryland, they rebuild the entire road. Here they rebuild just half of it. Now coming into a place called Berryville, which you passed through before. At the light is east-west Route 7, well, the original Route 7. It's been bypassed since, but I've taken over the old road from left to right before. Berryvillians, whatever you call somebody from here. Berryviller or whatever. Your guess is as good as mine. Alright, we're out of here. Now around 12:45 p.m. We come 105 miles and 19 miles more to Front Royal. And now coming into a place called Boyce. Downtown Boyce. Not much to it. In fact, already departing. Hope you enjoyed Boyce. And up here approaching east-west US 50. East to the right, west to the left. I've taken it that way too. Now a place called White Post. And that's it for White Post. Up here we bear left to keep on US 340. And over there are some places, Jurassic Park. Right there. Complete with dinosaurs. All right. Got some nice mountains in the distance there. Gonna try and check out Skyline Drive, which straddles the top of the mountain. And those mountains are getting closer. Up on that bridge passes east-west Route 66. Interstate 66, that is. Not the classic one. And now again crossing the Shenandoah. Our second crossing of that. And entering Front Royal. And up here is downtown Front Royal with cool mountains. One time there was a diner over there with graffiti on it, but they either tore it down or got rid of the graffiti. And no longer a diner. Now a hardware store. Check out this diner up here. Can't wait to eat there. But one time all graffitied up. Then more of Front Royal here. For those who've never been here before. Let's see, I last passed through here, I think 2013, something like that. It's been a while. Sizable town here. I forgot how big it was. Alright, time to move. Let's go. Move it. Okay. And finally departing Front Royal. And turning left here will take us to Skyline Drive. It's supposed to be a free day today. Normally it costs $30 to enter the park. But today it costs nothing, because I'm almost broke. Really, you're paying to use the park, not the drive per se. If you're paying to use Shenandoah National Park, and if you pay, you can come in here for free for the next 6 days. I guess I'll go to the toll booth and see what's happening. Yep, I'm south on Skyline Drive. I knew that. A lot of cars parked there for some reason. Maybe nature trails or whatever. Well, let's see what's happening. They're supposed to waive the fee today. Hope it'll wave me out of here. Well, let's go have a look. Here's the toll booth. Let's see what happens. Better go here and have a look. Ask him in this lane here.
Yeah.
Turns out it is free. Just saved $30. I won't pass. The last time I took Skyline Drive would have been back in the early 90s. I haven't been through here in about 25 years. Apparently they repaved the road recently. Yep. Around 25 years for me, give or take. Back then it just cost $5. Now it costs 30. But they waived the fee. How nice. They saw your bullfrog coming and waived the fee. Alright. It pays to have some clout. There are some nice views coming up eventually, along with some hairpin curves. Yep, this road is a shortcut to no place. Either you have a lot of time, or don't take this road. A reverse curve here. And more twists and turns. Alright. The adventure begins. And of course now we're ascending to the top of the mountain. It's a good bike route. All these grades would scare me away. I'm still ascending. Before going any further, check out Front Royal from the drive. We just came from down there. The road that brought us here. US 340, that's our route. And back on the drive. And still ascending whatever mountain this is. Didn't think so. The whole drive is 105 miles long. Maybe 3 35-mile sections, something like that. Well, at the very least, drive the first 35 miles, maybe the second 35 miles, if time allows. Because you can see you can't go that fast over the drive. Well, about 25, 30, that's about it. But there's a view down there someplace. At nighttime, you do get some fantastic views from the overlooks. Like back there at Front Royal, at night with the lights on in the distance, looks really nice, really intriguing. I'll have to come here at night sometime, get those night views again. Even visitor centers. Maybe I'll go have a quick look, see what's happening here. We got our biker friend there. Dickey Ridge, okay. Cool name for visitor center, I suppose. Well, something's happening. A comfort station. Perfect. And for the first time inside the visitor center. Look, a 3D magnet, all right. All the usual gift shop stuff. Oh, a couple psychedelic colors. I like that. And here's our leaf map of the drive that lights up.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, those white dots are the drive. You know, I push the button, hold it down, the lights light up. The entire 105 miles. Ain't that cool?
Not much.
I'll step back outside, see what's happening. Oh, another semi-great view. And of course, everybody wants that perfect shot without going over the cliff. It departed the visitor center and finally the top of the mountain. But again, pulled over for one more look into the valley. And it is a long way down. Part of the Shenandoah right there. Back on the drive, and apparently still doing more ascending here. Another overlook there, but I won't stop because it's the same view as the last one. Also a bit busy. It's now 2:08 p.m. and we've come 132 miles. Not bad. It's an Odyssey, all right. One more overlook here. Anything worthwhile? Have a quick look. No, not much back there. Continue on. As so far we've come 9 miles on this drive, on Skyline Drive. But of course, gotta watch the bikers on this road, of which there are many today, despite the steep grades. Of course, downhill it's not so bad. Better have good brakes if you're going downhill. But if you're going uphill, better have good legs. Just crossed Compton Gap. Elevation 2145. Here we're high up. And now for the first time, looking to the east. It's a long way down. But that's how far it is. And back on the road again. This kind of reminds me of the Beatles' Magical Mystery Tour. The Magical Mystery Tour, it says, if you look to the west, the view is not too exciting. But if you look to the east,
Close your eyes. Close your eyes.
well, that's what they did in that Beatle movie anyway. The Magical Mystery Tour. I now stop at a place called Hogback Overlook. And here's how it overlooks. Up a long way down. Yep, a long way down. We've now come 21 miles on this drive from its inception, which means that the next jump off point should be come up in a few miles. It should be US 211. There's still lots of nice views. But back when this road first opened, whenever it was, the 1930s or 40s, people would be looking at the view and flying off the road. Then they began putting up signs that said, "Watch the drive, not the skyline." Pretty cool, huh? Well, Matthew's arm. Well, Matthew lost his arm, I guess. It's back there somewhere. Let's slow down for the cops. Limit says 25 over this portion. But it'll kick back up pretty soon. I'll call it, okay. About another 8 miles to our first jump off point. We've been going for a while, but haven't passed any overlooks in a while. But there'll be more. I now stop someplace called the Pass Mountain Overlook. Looking into the valley way down there, you can almost see some structures. The highway you see there is US 211 heading west. And once again, that's a long way down. And apparently, we are there. All kinds of cool stuff around here. History and whatever. And apparently there were even folks who profited along the way. I might have done that too. Now around 3:10 p.m. It'll come 156 miles. But whatever you do, don't run off the road. Remember, watch the drive, not the skyline. Words of wisdom. And up ahead, US 211, as I said, the first of our jump-off points. But I'll keep going for a bit. Well, that's a high one. Our next jump-off point is US 33, about 34 miles down the road. And even a tunnel. Alright. If you only want on the drive, it's still pretty cool. I see stuff on TV like this. Hollywood or whatever, places like that. And now we're stopped at Hazel Mountain Overlook, a couple thousand feet up. Obviously. Another heavy tourist area here. But I don't know what there is they're all looking at or checking out. The next tourist hotspot is a place called Skyland, down here somewhere. This part of the drive is rather nondescript, but still we will be coming to some place that is descript. I guess that's the word. Still an occasional view. Interesting rock wall there. Wonder how old that is. Looks kind of brownish. Could be sandstone, maybe. Now arriving at Skyland, the next tourist trap. See how she looks. This road that I turned off onto looks as if it could be the original Skyline Drive before rerouting. Of course, I've been wrong. The bushy top. Where are we? We're somewhere. We've arrived at Skyland, and apparently very busy today. So I may just move on and head for the next spot. If I want to see stuff that's busy, I'll go back home. I'll go back downtown. I come here to get away from all that. And I guess other folks did that too. Alright, guess what? Head back south again on Skyline Drive. And back at the drive. Continue south. And still a busy area, apparently. One day back in the 80s, the late 80s, we stopped someplace on the left during a gloomy day, and while we were stopped, this fog came rolling in. Almost like magic. First it was clear, 5 minutes later you couldn't see anything. The fog came in that fast. Vid posted. And again looking west at one of the many views along the drive. And again we're a long way up.
Go for it, guys. No, that's alright. No, go for it. You guys can go on down there.
All kinds of stuff down there. Now 3:52 p.m. We've come 171 miles from the big city. And suddenly, it's peaceful again. With more mountains. Well, it was peaceful. I spoke too soon. My bad. And we've come 47 miles on Skyline Drive so far. Another 20 to the next jump off point. And again, another view to the west. Got some cool mountains there. Up here is the Dark Hollow parking area for a place called Dark Hollow. And apparently very busy. Lots of folks in the Dark Hollow today. It's a bright day though. The hollow can't be too dark. And again, a rather peaceful Skyline Drive. See how long that lasts. Not a bad day out there though. Temps got into the lower 80s finally. Considering we're 3,200 feet up. But this high up, there's less oxygen to breathe. Which would explain people's stupid moves on occasion. Yep. Oxygen deprived. And now we're stopped at Hazeltop Overlook, from which you can see US 33. That's it way down there. US 33 heading west. So, as you can see, we'll soon be at US 33. Now there's an ominous sign. Just gotta watch your stuff around here. Just put off into a picnic area to see what it looks like. But nothing much happening through here. I guess I'll proceed back to Skyline Drive. Hopefully this road comes out to it. Oh, camping stuff, whatever. I guess you could camp here for a slight fee. Now which way do I go? This way. I see the arrow there.
Oh, yeah.
Hope I'm going the right way. Watch, it loops around. There's no other way out. You both all can figure it out. Somehow. Yep, folks camping here. But I assume there's a charge for it. And I guess in front of me, he's looking for something. He keeps stopping. Nobody we know. Let's keep going. Move it, mealworm. I haven't said that in 10 years. Just looped around and back on the road that brought me here. I guess I have to go out the way I came in. And back at Skyline Drive. Continue south. That way. As mentioned, we'll be jumping off at US 33, heading back from there. Still more ride to come, though. Now around 4:47 p.m. and we've come 187.5 miles. 187.5. And we're at mile 61 on the drive. About 3 to 4 more miles before US 33. And up here, we're arriving at US 33, which we will take. We now depart Skyline Drive. There are 35 miles left of the drive. We'll save that for next time. Just look now to the first 65 or something like that, 66. And it was free today. Didn't charge us. We saved $30 just for taking in Odyssey. That's nice of them. The National Park Service. Even the feds knew who I am. We'll be going east on 33. And up here, passing beneath the drive. We didn't cross that bridge though, we turned off. And now we descend to the bottom of the mountain on US 33. And of course, the usual hairpins, part of mountain driving, as guess y'all gathered by now. Yep, got some tall mountains around here, which we're now descending. Problem is, going down grade, your ears pop. Then at the bottom of the grade, you have to unpop them. For those who know what I mean by that. Now at the bottom of the grade, I just cleared my ears. I can hear again. I thought before we were at the bottom of the mountain, but apparently our descent ends here. We're out of the woods, too. We're out of the woods. Yeah, I like that expression. I'm picking up 4 lanes. I guess old lanes there, added old lanes over here. I said before, that's Virginia's MO for widening roads. Thing is, I don't recall the road being 4 lanes at this point. Then again, I last passed here 15, 20 years ago. So these 4 lanes could have been put in around that time. And again, mountains in the distance. Here the light is US 29, the same one that comes out of Ellicott City. For Ellicott City, you turn left and go 170 miles, and you'll get there. That away. And back down to 2 lanes for a while. Someplace down here is Virginia Route 20, which I'll try and pick out. And found Route 20, which I'll be taking. First time for this road. How about you? Yep, we're going to Orange. Yep, that's what it's called, Orange. They couldn't call it yellow for some reason. Our first time over this road. So, let's all check it out. A pleasant drive so far. And almost 24 miles since departing Skyline Drive. Got some mountains to the west. Now approaching something. That's the Orange, straight ahead. Still a pleasant drive through here on this road. It varies between woods and open country. We're in the woods now, obviously. But before going any further, I thought I'd like to check out this item of interest here I just came across from the time of segregation. Montpelier Station of Norfolk Southern, formerly Norfolk and Western. But what's really interesting are the segregated bathrooms and waiting rooms. White there, and over here colored. How about that? Actually, it was a Southern Railway, not Norfolk and Western. But Norfolk and Western merged with Southern to become Norfolk Southern, so I guess now it's all the same. But there you have it, the white waiting room, and over here the colored waiting room. Yep, pick your door. But apparently just a flag stop, meaning trains only stopped here if someone had a ticket, rather than all the time. And the classic view of it. But the station is a ways back from the track, so apparently there were more tracks here at one time, closer to the station. If that's what that big grassy area is telling us. And a diagram of the station area from the classic days. Still, strange having separate waiting rooms at one time. Come on, people, all of you back then. You knew that wasn't going to last. So why'd you do it? At least now we're all together. That's good enough. And now it's a post office, not segregated. And now I'm on Old Route 20, the current one over there. But also of interest, that SO sign, Standard Oil. Don't see that these days anymore. Now it's all Exxon. It's the same old gas though. Now almost to 6 p.m. and our total mileage so far is 227. And 33.5 miles since departing Skyline Drive. And now finally arriving in Orange. And there should also be a train station in this town, which I will attempt to look for. You get across the street, hurry up. I see a crossing up ahead. Let's go have a look. Here's the crossing, and there's our station. And now we're stopped by the train station here in Orange. Apparently there's a party going on with live music behind the station. The Southern Main Line against South on Southern, and again the station. Music sounds good though. Another classic station for you, complete with soundtrack. The Amtrak does pass this way, but doesn't stop here. Not departing Orange, obviously. And we're departing on US 15 northbound. Haven't seen this part of US 15 in about 30 years. Other parts I have though. Now 6:35 p.m. and the mileage is 239 so far. We're now passing through Locustdale, Virginia. Not much to it though. In fact, from where I stand, nothing to it. Where is everybody? They gave this place a name, but no one's here. I guess Locustdale sounds better than Cicada-dale. Whatever. In a couple more years, the cicadas will be out. How appropriate. Last time I used this part of US 15 was back in, I believe, 1984 at night, going from Culpeper to Orange and back to Culpeper, which we'll soon be at soon. We'll soon be in Culpeper. So, my first time was 35 years ago in the dark, coming this way. I had a job at Culpeper. That's why I stayed there. So, my first time seeing this part of 15 in the daytime. Same as the rest of the road. And now officially in Culpeper. And our downtown area. We'll go to the train station here too, have a look. Gotta be approaching the station now. There's the railroad, and there's the station. Now we're trackside by Culpeper Station. Like in the Southern Railway. Now I guess Norfolk Southern. Things don't stay the same, do they? And here, Amtrak still stops. Typical your small town stations. And to the north, some industry, whatever you want to call that. Here it is, street side, complete with visitor center and museum. And over here, some freight doors indicating that a track used to be here to serve them. I guess there's a caboose there once left of the track. A caboose sitting there on it. Yep, ain't that the truth? And now we're on it, and departing town on it. Now we're departing on northbound US 29. That's the same one that comes out of Elegant City, we're used to. Of course, we're not going to stay on 29, and we'll take a bit longer. We're going to go to Route 66 and Route 95. Maybe 2.5 hours back to the big city from here. And a part of US 29 I haven't seen since 1997. All these roads I haven't seen in a while. Last passed this way, Valentine's Night, 1997, February the 14th. With snow outside. A couple inches of snow on the ground. They both 15 and 29 follow this road, but eventually both separate. Now around 7:52 p.m. Their mileage so far is 268. Our next location of consequence will be Warrenton. Another hour of daylight left. I'm already seeing car headlights. And now arriving, Warrenton. There's a train station in Warrenton someplace, but not sure where it is. Now stand straight. You got it. And now this road is all US 29. 15 bore off a ways back. Now 8:30 p.m. and our mileage is now 293. We left Skyline Drive 100 miles ago. And somebody up ahead was smoking. There they go. Smoking. Sounds like a Jim Carrey movie. Smoking. I smell it too. It smells great. And I'm starting to lose some light as this becomes a night Odyssey. Now I'm about to pick up I-66, Route 66, but not the one you think. They'll take us towards DC. They'll pick up I-95 after that. Now you know. Interstate 66, eastbound. I brought you this way before, the other way, westbound, a couple of Odysseys ago. Well, more than a couple Odysseys ago. closer we get to DC, the more traffic we get, and the more idiots as well. And traffic now for sure, both directions, as we approach DC. We still got a few miles yet. The traffic's picking up already. Now passing US 50 again. We saw it earlier, as you recall. Now approaching the capital Beltway, I-495, which take towards Baltimore, of course. I guess that's a good destination for us. And this is it. The DC Beltway, I-495, clockwise. We're now in the DC suburbs, but we're on the Virginia side of the Potomac. We'll cross to Maryland in a few minutes. And up here, we cross the Potomac River back into Maryland. In fact, we're in Maryland now because the Potomac shoreline is the state line. Now officially back in Maryland. We still have miles to go though before we sleep, whatever that poem says. The traffic is very erratic on this road tonight. Folks either going too fast or too slow, or making sudden lane changes. But soon we'll be at I-95. We'll pick that up. And again, US 29, which if you go north will take it to, guess where? Ellicott City. You got it. Yep, this road's busy on a Saturday night. Now we're coming to Interstate 95, which of course will take northbound towards that place. For those who are interested, I guess we have to be. We live there. Interstate 95 northbound. About an hour back from here, give or take. About an hour back to the hood. And even this road is very busy. Not far from Baltimore now. And we'll soon be picking up Baltimore's Beltway. Just as we did Washington's. And here it is. The last leg of our journey around this here circuitous route. And again, we'll be going clockwise. Unless, of course, you have a backwards clock. All these busy roads on a Saturday night. Yep, this road's busy too. Just realized I had my camera on the wrong quality setting the whole day. Just now corrected it. So the video we're just watching came out alright. I had the lowest settings with the highest setting. Oh no. I messed up. I hope not. Still gotta watch these idiots. Funny, just as you say those words, the idiots appear. Yep, some Saturday night. But still had the wrong quality setting. The lowest, not the highest. I hope I rescued the video okay. Hope it did a good rescue job. And up ahead, the exit for the hood, which I guess I'd better take. We're now back in suburbia. I'm driving back in Urbia. And back in the hood. As no one expected me to say. Had a great ride though. A total of 392 miles. 392. And we've come 198 from Skyline Drive. A place I've been in there for 20 years myself. Hope everyone enjoyed. And once again, thank you very much for the privilege of your time. Much appreciated. Stay tuned for more.
Can't wait to eat there.